Approved handle ties for breakers can be used in specific scenarios for both single-phase and three-phase systems. Let's explore where these handle ties can and cannot be used, starting with single-phase breakers. Handle ties can be used to tie adjacent single-phase breakers together side by side, provided they are the same type and amperage rating. Now, let's consider three-phase breakers. Handle ties can be used to tie adjacent three-phase breakers together, provided they are the same type and amperage rating. They can also be used to tie together the three poles of a three-phase breaker, meaning the main bus and two branch poles. However, there are limitations. Handle ties cannot be used to tie different types of three-phase breakers together, for example, molded case and air circuit breakers. Furthermore, you cannot use handle ties to tie three-phase breakers to single-phase breakers. Now let's shift our focus to where approved handle ties cannot be used. For single-phase breakers, handle ties cannot be used to tie adjacent breakers that are not the same type or amperage rating. This is a crucial safety consideration. For three-phase breakers, handle ties cannot be used to tie together three-phase breakers that are not the same type or amperage rating. You also cannot use handle ties to tie three-phase breakers to single-phase breakers. It's also important to avoid using handle ties to tie together main and branch breakers of different amperage ratings. Lastly, you should not use handle ties to tie together breakers of different phases, such as connecting an A-phase breaker to a B-phase breaker. There are some additional considerations to keep in mind. Firstly, handle ties should be approved for use with the specific type of breaker and installation you are working with. Always check the manufacturer's specifications to ensure compatibility. Secondly, handle ties should be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. This ensures proper functionality and safety. Thirdly, handle ties should only be used where necessary to ensure safe operation, such as preventing accidental tripping of adjacent breakers. Overusing handle ties can create unnecessary complexity and potential hazards. In summary, when using handle ties, it is essential to always verify that the breakers are of the same type and amperage. Using handle ties on breakers of varying types or amperage is unsafe and violates safety codes. Make sure the handle ties are approved for the specific breaker being used. Always refer to and follow the manufacturer's instructions for proper installation. Handle ties are used to connect adjacent single-pole breakers so that they trip simultaneously. This is helpful in situations that require a multi-pole breaker, but only single-pole breakers are available. A very important aspect of using handle ties is they cannot be used on circuits that require common trip breakers. Common trip breakers are typically used on multi-wire branch circuits. This is where two ungrounded conductors share a neutral. Using a handle tie on a circuit that requires a common trip breaker is unsafe because if one of the breakers trips, then the other breaker pole may continue to be energized. This poses a shock and fire hazard. Common trip breakers will have an internal mechanism that trips all poles of the breaker when an overcurrent or fault condition occurs. Be sure to consult local and national electrical codes for handle tie use and installation. Be sure to de-energize the circuit before installing handle ties, and always consult with a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable performing the installation yourself. This will reduce the risk of electric shock.